Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me doing week 4 of the Leetcode Weekly Premium Challenge. Hit the like button and subscribe and join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. I didn't know there was a part 3. I mean, we did part 1 and part 2 last 2 weeks. And what the, come on. What are we doing? I'm paying for premium so I could get the same problem every week. What is going on? Alright. Anyway, rent aside, I don't know what to say, right? What was week 1? Now, like, design a leaderboard, they just kind of throw anything in there. This is just RNG, isn't it? But, okay. Yeah, let's play around. Let's do it. I might not be super interested just because we've done this problem twice in 2 straight weeks. And I think last week I was already lazy, not gonna lie. Let me know in the comments if you think so. I don't know. Because I just kind of copy and paste and modified it. But, alright, let's take a look at today's problem. We have, up down so I mean I assume that this is mostly the same. Return a string and show all that we're I mean this is exactly the same as last week's, right? Except for now you want the instruction, right? Let me take a look. I mean I know I'm cheating a little bit by looking at, well, literally my solution from last week. Why does this one have like a lower number? But maybe this is just a lesson in progression, right? And like it's like working out, really, right? You know, first you do your squats, and maybe you start at 100 pounds, and then you do 150 pounds, and then 200 pounds or something, right? Just like that. But so that's kind of like the progression, and maybe these are the things to think about, right? Yeah, this is the shortest distance. So I am going to copy and paste most of it. And then we'll see, right? I mean, obviously it won't be 1-to-1, but I just want to see. Okay, if it's impossible, that means that we change this spot, right? So there are 2 ideas that. Oh, so start is not. They do change some stuff around for some reason, like bow and hoe. But where's my start? Well, maybe I'll just change the other one, right? This is obviously not going to work because we're returning a number, but I just want to see at least an impossible case. There is an impossible case, right? Oh. Okay, I guess it's just returning impossible for everything. Now this is 6. 6 is definitely not. Oh, wait, let me see. Because this was something that I talked about last week or maybe the week before, is that the distance is the empty space in this one, where this one, the distance is the number of hits, right? Maybe let me double check, because it doesn't. Shortest distance possible. No, it's still the same distance, but it seems like yeah, you may only need 4 directions or whatever, 4 instructions to get to to move 6 steps. I think that's the basic reason. How do I want to write this, right? So there are really 2 ways to think about how to construct to solve this. And of course, obviously, because I am copy and pasting a lot, if you don't understand what I'm doing, watch, or at least if you don't understand what I'm building off, well, watch last week's video, right? Because, well, I'm lazy today. My apologies, but yeah. But after that, there are really 2 ways to think about it. You can. One of them is a little bit inefficient, may not be fast enough, I don't know, which is just to store, like right here we store, where is it? I guess scene, which is a kind of maybe a label. The name is a little bit lazy. Maybe I copied it from week 1 or something, but it stores the distance, right? The best distance for here. So here you can also choose. Yeah, you can also choose you also add in, well, we're at the state, right? We're at the state, choose to store the lexicographically minimum answer at the state. You can certainly do that. The problem with that is that if you're not careful, it could be easily n square space. And when I say n square, I mean n is equal to r times c. So it's going to be r squared times c squared, which maybe is too big. I don't even, actually, maybe it's not. But actually it is anyway. But maybe it will still be fast enough just because not all of them are reachable, right? But it's the worst case scenario. So the other way is going to be about path reconstruction, which is something that is normally used for dynamic programming or memorization, but you can also use it for shortest path, right? Because it is the same idea as in dynamic programming, which is that in dynamic programming, you choose a locally you locally choose a global minimization in that subgraph, right? Where here you're locally choosing the local greedy optimization, which, because it's a greedy solution, will allow you to get to the answer. Though that said, there are some reservations that I have for here. One is maybe, I don't know, because last week I think we used 0,1 BFS, and I don't know if 0,1 BFS will give you the lexicographically minimum one. That's something that I don't know yet, honestly. And if that doesn't hold, then we have to change to Dijkstra, which it's fine, but obviously just a little bit more work. I think that's what I would say. So let's play around with this, and then we can do it. The path reconstruction. And the idea about path reconstruction is just that instead of storing all the paths that goes here, or the best path anyway, you just store one edge, meaning that, okay, well, and then recursively go, well, the best way to go here is from here, so then we go here, right, and so forth. That's basically the idea, but yeah, it's a little bit tricky though, but should be okay. It's a little bit tricky because it's a little bit tricky because of the way that I did it with every space. It's you have to figure out how the path reconstruct in a good way, right? And what I mean by that is that, well, the way that I wanted to do it initially is that you just like, for example, if you're here, let's say you're at the ball and you hit it up, right? Technically you just go. Oh, actually they want you to hit left, but let's just say you hit. Huh. Okay. But yeah, if you just want to hit it up, you want to say up only once. But if you're trying to greedily choose between the up and the like, if you're greedily trying to choose between them, you may get into suboptimal spaces, right? I think that's what I'm worried about. But I think it should be, because what I want to do initially is that we want to say, well, if you're hitting up, the first hit will give you a U, and then after that, it just continues rolling, and we continue rolling, then you just have an empty space, right? But maybe I don't want to do that. Or like, I mean, you can do that, but then it's just hard. Like, if you have two empty spaces going to the one place, then where are you going from, right? But I think there are two ways to put it. One is do it on the kick, and then the other way is doing it on the stop, right? So if we do it on the stop, then I think you should be able to differentiate much better, right? Because if you're on the stop, then you only need the last direction to tie break, right? Because you can only go from up, down, left, right. So then now, yeah, we can tie break that way. The other way that you can maybe think about doing it, but which I don't know if it works with the 0,1, you could do it with Dijkstra and it will sort itself out. But with the 0,1, I'm not quite sure, is that you could always force to do them in the sorted order. but we can, it's annoying, but we should be able to do it. All right, let's go. So here, what we want to say is that if we go from moving to go to a stop, so meaning that here, because here we're rolling, and here means that we stop. And maybe, I don't know if I'm skipping ahead, but like I said, this is code from last week. So if you don't know what I'm pointing at, watch last week's video, maybe the week before that. But here is basically when the ball is stopping, right? So then the stopping, we wanted to put stop onto the thing, but we also want to optimize. So then here, because then now this is seen, but we want to make it better, right? This is annoying, but okay, fine. Okay, yeah. So then the way that I usually write it is just have a previous thing, right? And then start doesn't do anything. But then now if we stop, we're kicking, then now we want to say the previous of this thing is going to be Leetcode 2. Well, this is kicking, so maybe we have just the index, right? But I have to think about it a little bit, because this assumes that the first place that we've seen is the best, which is not necessarily the case, right? What's it? Let me see. This is to the, no, this is down. This is up. This is left. This is, no. This is to the right. And this is, no, what? Wow, I'm just like confused. So we can sort I'm going to try it a little bit YOLO and just do it sorted. And hopefully that gives me the full state. But I have no confidence about this. I'm not proving it. You know, I just want to see whether that would be true, if that still holds. But the problem is that because we're doing 0-1, I think that it doesn't work. But I'm going to try it anyway, just to, you know, the reason why I try these things is so that I can be definitive maybe next time, or in all likelihood, in like 3 more tries when I make the same mistake, maybe I'll actually learn, right? I don't think so, though, because you can put, because of the 0-1 nature, you could put the last one in the front, right? And then that gets the next priority, even though it shouldn't. So that's gonna be a little bit sketch, but so this is just I just say I guess just I just want to say D. Yeah, maybe that's fine. Because D is the direction, even though D is kind of confusing. And then now we have to stop. So stop, let's just call it stop. No, this is the previous D as well, because the previous D goes. Is this right? Is this good enough for path reconstruction? Because then now, so stop, because I'm trying to think about it backwards, right? So we get to the end here, we're at the stop, so then now we go to the previous, and then the previous will tell me the direction, so then we work our way backwards, right? But then something has to tell us to stop, right? That the last one is stop. Well, I think this is where this should be stop. Okay. Because it doesn't, in terms of symmetry, that's why I'm like looking for it. It's because if nothing tells you to stop, then you don't have almost a way to go back. So that's why I'm like a little bit awkward over there. Here, then yeah, maybe we just reconstruct. right? So maybe something like that, and then we could do it. Yeah. So then now, while previous of xyd is, or this is in previous, I think I just start. So we have something like this, right? Okay, so then now, if the if this is a stop, or maybe just say p is equal to this, we probably should use a switch statement, but I think there's only two things, right? So if p is equal to stop, then xyd is equal to, and I'm maybe way wrong here because this is kind of hard for me. Xyd is equal to xy stop, I think, right? And else, there's another trick, by the way, that I think I can use that are absurd, but I'm just not using it yet. We'll see. Otherwise, maybe I could just, I mean, in theory, we probably should just back out from the D, what the previous is, but I'm just a little lazy, so we can maybe just do xyd, right? Actually, maybe I could just do it this entire way. So then it's yeah, no confusion here, and then so then here, right? So we have to stop. Okay, actually I think this is much better. So then now I could just write this, right? But then now we just have to construct the thing, and then basically if it's stop, right? Okay. Previous D is equal to P. I don't know, it's very awkward. I don't know if this is cleaner, but I don't want to write this yet, that's why. If prev D is equal to stop, then we have to look up D, right? So D is something that we have used. So something like this, even though I don't think we sorted it lexicographically, but and maybe this is actually backwards even, which is fine, because I think we have to actually reverse this. Actually, I know you have to, so let's just do it. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. But we'll see, right? I mean, if this is infinitely looping, that means that something is constructing itself. If D is equal to stop, because we don't do it for start. Oh, maybe we do, accidentally. Okay. Maybe something like this. I don't know. This is now just hacking. Maybe. Huh. Maybe not. I mean, this should eventually go up to a place where it doesn't, right? What am I doing wrong? Am I infinitely looping somewhere by accident? Probably. But should I be? Probably not. All right. Well, I mean, this would give me a lot of output, but yeah, well. Okay, so it should be looping, otherwise, you know. Okay, 0, 4, 3. And we're at the same space. What's 0, 4? 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 0, 4 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, can you... Am I confused? Is this a different problem? Like, can it 4 in? What is this? Up, left. Maybe I took code that I shouldn't have. Let me double check real quick. Because I think here the ball rolls past it, right? Because it doesn't stop at the destination, but where this one it doesn't have to stop, which is kind of very awkward, by the way. All right, let's just say right? But still, that should not give me an infinite loop, but that is just what is it? Oh, just no. Like, does it give me impossible? It should, right? No, it gives me 6 for case 1. Well, yeah, that's because I changed it though. And these will stop, because that's what I had, right? And yeah, now it's giving me impossible. So that's actually kind of funny, because I actually didn't realize that there are different problems. I mean, so enough, right? So okay, so all we have to do is change this, and then it gives us the right answer of 6. Very basic stuff, really. Easy fix, but still, obviously, that is not sufficient for this problem. It's just that I didn't notice it, even though we ran it before. But there's an infinite loop. Why is there an infinite loop? We can trace it, so we'll just look at the output that is exceeded. So we go from 0 stop, no, 4 stop. So we keep on going back and forth. 4, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the starting. But shouldn't the starting be at right? Like, I thought we set this. Oh, because we don't. It probably got win over because it didn't. It doesn't matter for the other problem because you never need to go back to the beginning. But here, maybe that's the case. Okay, so that's my fault actually. Okay, so we're mostly okay now, or at least like these are possible answers. And as I worried about earlier, it does not lexicographically do its smallest because of the 0 winness. The reason why I suspected, and correctly, is that the 0, 1 the 0, 1 is just that it puts stuff in the front, and when it puts stuff in the front, then you lose that invariant where that you always put, like, I'm not explaining well, but the invariant is that when you have new items put at the back, well, in a greedy way, the new items that you add will always be the lexicographically smallest, and then that invariant keeps on going. But when you add stuff to the front, like I said, you may, even on the first loop, you may put the L first and then put U first before the L because you're putting in the front. So, okay. But we have a lot of that structure that we want, so it is what it is. All we have to do now is just change it to a heap, really, to make it a Dijkstra, right? So we just want to do this, but we have to change this so that distance is first, of course. And really, that's like 90% of it, right? Because we don't really need, we don't use, I mean, this is maybe why we want to put a helper instead of these things, but that's okay. The distance is now first, right? Because we want to sort by it. And then now, yeah. The only difference is that you also have to do tie-breaking things, right? So you have this, but then now you also have to do tie-breaking things, meaning that if you could do stuff around it, but yeah, if so else this is a little bit yucky because I don't know, double negative, but I think this is a little bit clearer, but I don't know if that's true. So if this is equal to distance, then now we want to I guess this one doesn't matter actually, because if the previous thing is stop, is that true? Oh man, now I don't know anymore. If it's stop, then we want to kick it off. So this is just a very basic thing. We wanted to put, now this is where we do the sorting. How am I thinking about this? Hang on. So we get to here. There are multiple places to get from there, right? I think I have to just write it out, but I am definitely not oops. So I have to write something like this, but I don't know how to write it. Because what is the minimal, right? So this is the LR, right? That means that at this index, it may be that it could contain you on. Honestly, it's not clear, huh? Maybe this is enough because we do it in a sorted way. Let's see. Nope. Well, not like that anyway. Oh, because we have to. Let's YOLO try these first. But excuse me. Well, it should not be impossible. That's definitely not what I want. What am I missing? We had it, right? Pop. Is the other one impossible too? Did I just return impossible for everything now? Why would that matter? Oh, because I have this thing. I was wondering why you're just not kicking off in the beginning. But okay. So this still works. It's still wrong, but it works at least, which is good. That's at the very least of what we want to do. So then now we just have to figure out how to sort. And the sorting is going to be what we were doing. Which is why I'm so that means that if the previous, that means that we have to kind of do the optimization here, right? Because this is the only thing that has it. I don't know if this works, honestly. if this is if this is the same distance, then we have to set this to something. But what would we set it to? Stop doesn't cut it, right? All right, let's take a look at this one, right? So we have L up L, right? L up L. Let's just up L, right? Then at this spot, it's gonna be and then here, because at one of these, oh, actually I was wrong. At least, I mean, this part is probably still fine because I think there's no way to change this part because that's why I couldn't figure it out. Because all of these just have stops. Because this is just kicking it off. But here, it is annoying. Let me think. Do we prioritize the stops? I don't know how to do this. Or at least, I don't know how to do it the way that I've been doing it. Because the thing is that you have to try to figure out the tiebreaker, and this is the only place where it does the tiebreaker. Well, not here, but wherever I just deleted. The only place that we do the tiebreaker. But then this is saying that at this last cell. Well, two things is that there are two ways to get here. So maybe this is I mean, this is sufficient, but it's not the shortest way or lexicographically smallest. Because D matters, though maybe not for this one, but still, you can imagine, like, you know, if you're going around in both places, then it matters. I mean, another way might be just to put the last thing in here. Maybe that's how. Like, actually, maybe this should be the thing. Because it was maybe that's why. It was sorted by XY, but it should be sorted by this distance index. Because then maybe it'll keep it consistent. Not quite sure though, honestly. But I think that at least makes some sense. Where's my other 8 and S. Okay, still well. Take a look. Alright, so we are at 4.3. We are stopped. Alright, then now we kick up, down, left, right, probably, or something in some order. So then now we go to 0, 1, where D is 1. 1 being left, I guess. Is that true? No. Yeah, no, this is left. Yeah. Okay. So the last move is left. But I guess the difference is that, okay, so then the last, second to last, it's going to be 0, 2. So it's one of these moves. And there is a move in which you start to kick off, and then another one where you continue. Huh. At 0, 2, we have 5 as the distance. We have D as in D as in it kicks down. That doesn't make sense, right? No, I guess we have all sorts of D's. Even most, no, we have everyone. This one goes first though. So 1, so it's left. So that means that it keeps going left and then upwards down. That's why you have UL, because this one gets here first. Because it continues and it's the first one, right? Okay. It is so that when we do here, this is no longer true. So then how would we do it though? What is the tiebreaker? I mean, we can obviously write like if this like if this is a way you do, right? Then what do you do? And you want to write something like this instead as a replacement, but what would you write? Well, you have to probably do another if statement so that when you go later, you want to tie break on D. So then maybe if previous, if is greater than D, maybe something like this. I'm super not confident anyway though. I mean, and I shouldn't be clearly, but basically this is saying that this part, when we're at, no, it's not here. It is basically at 0, 3, we stop and then we kick left at 0, 3. So this enqueues this, but we actually also need let's see, 0, 1, 2. So 1, 2 is enqueued going up. Yeah. 1, 2 enqueues to 0, 3 for the stop. Right? And then this goes left. But there's also a 0. No, that's no 1, 2 and Q is 1, 3. I said that well. So then there's the 0, 3 stop, or this one, and then the 1, 3 going. Is that right? What is 0 again? 0 is down. 1. Oh no, that's not 1, 3. That's 1, 2. 1, 2 going up. Okay, that sounds right. 1, 2 going up to 0, 2. So this enqueues this. Well, technically, this enqueues. Actually, technically, 1 3 should have a D is equal to 3. It should be a 3 1 3 somewhere. Why is that not here? Oh no, it's already here. Is 3 up? Man, I need a visualization. This is like so hard for me to understand. Or at least a lot for me to trace through. Okay. No, we don't want 1. We want 0. Okay, we want 1 2 to 0 2. So it's this one to this one. Or technically this one to this one at 0 2. And then this goes to this one. This goes to stop, and then stop goes to left. So this has to replace I don't know how to do it. Or like I don't know how to do the type work as such that it's right. Without storing the entire string, which we can do. We can try. But alright, let's YOLO doing that. You notice what I said about the end space thing. Just because how long is this video? This video is 40 minutes and I'm tired. This probably wasn't supposed to be. What happened? What happened? Alright, yeah, let's just do maybe. I just do for now, right? And then now so something like this, right? The other one is just whatever. And let's run it real quick. This I haven't fixed anything, so this should still just give me the wrong answer in a good way, the same way rather. So then now, else if just copy paste. This is annoying. And of course I have to do it here. It should work. I didn't have a typo anyway. But it's just about the efficiency that I was talking about. Maybe I'm just wrong. What is going on? Well, I guess this is the part that I was saying, right? This is that multiple things could be here. That's why. I guess now that that's no longer the case, you have to do it on cue, maybe. I don't know. I'm just like hacking right now. I don't know anymore. Something like this. That's fair enough. Probably 200 also works, but alright, so we fixed this one. Impossible is probably not good. Why are we impossibling? Oh, because okay, fine. Impossible is not a good thing because it did whatever. Something like that. Sorry, friends. I ran out of patience and kind of just hacking things together and see if it works. Okay. Why? Am I doing something weird? Why is that? Oops. What the? It only where's the LUL? I mean, it fixed this one, but because it did both of these. But this one should give me something. I don't get it. What's my watch doing? Alright, why is LUL not doing it? I mean, we did all the things. Do I have typos? It's possible because this is a mess. I mean, okay, I guess we just have to print everything. Is there an LUL here at all? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe there was other issues with the code. What can be other? Why does my watch keep on being dumb? Stop. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how can dice draw not work? We definitely get to it, right? Okay, so left up is going to give me 0, 2, right? What are these again? Oh, XY. So 0, 2. No, there it is. 0, 2. What's 1 again? Left. Yeah. So this is going to go to 0, 1 left, right? Where's the 0, 1 left? Yeah, why? This is weird. Oh, well, I mean, here, actually, that means that something here is wrong. Or not, maybe not this one. Let me double check all the other ones. But some of these comparison is wrong, is what it's saying. The tiebreakers are wrong. But no, they look right. So it goes to maybe we don't process this yet because they're the same distance. No, that doesn't make sense. No, at 0, 2, 1, it should have the right distance to also get processed, right? So okay, so I mean, man, this is embarrassing. I mean, I don't even care about embarrassing per se. It's just, this is frustrating. That is, you know, this is a use of my time. Alright, well, it is what it is. Did I do everything else right? It seems like it. Or not, I don't know if I did it right, but as expected anyway, which is, I guess, a little bit different. What did we want again? 0, 2, 1? 0, 2, 1. So 1 is here, so then it goes here. This should be good. This is seen, so it should be here. Right. Okay. It should print 0, 2, 1, hopefully. Maybe that is the issue, but why? Why doesn't this get queued up? It has. Is my distance wrong? Did I have an off by 1 somewhere? I don't think so. Well, I mean, doesn't matter what I think. No, it's not this. It's scene, right? Oops. Naming things really. 0, 2, 1 is 5, right? That's what we thought. So then 0, 1 something, it's gonna be 6, right? That's right. So then why is this not getting processed? Does it not get it processed? So the 5s get processed. So then O 2 1. No, O 2 1 is right. O 3 1 is here, but not O 2 1. Why? I'm so confused. I mean, it's probably something silly, hopefully. No, I don't see it. Why is 021 not in here? Oh, no, it's in here. So it is doing this. But then I guess this happens. What is this other thing that I'm printing? Oh, that's right. That's the inner side. Okay. Okay, so 021, but then the 031 has a tiebreaker. Why? That'd be funny if I just have a typo. I hope so, because I can't make sense of it otherwise. But okay, oh, now it doesn't show up. Thanks. No, 031 is here, but it doesn't overwrite this. No, we don't want 031. We want 01 something. Because that's the new cell that we're updating, right? So we're updating 01 something. 011. So we're updating 011. Okay, I see. I think I confused what I was printing anyway. But okay, so 02 goes to 021 goes to 011. That's good. But then you also have a 031. No, you have 031 going. No, they're doing the same thing. They should be doing the same way. So that means that the 021 is updated in. No. We have to. I don't know anymore. I need a better tooling to debug. But 021 is LUL, so where did you get the UL from? 011 is UL, why? Where's the other 011? That would typo somewhere? That would be funny if there was a typo somewhere. Yeah, no, but why? It should take it from here, right? I don't get it. Okay, so this is, I don't know why I didn't do it already. So this is incorrect. Why? Because it is going through to from 031. Well, 021. Okay, so it's going from 031 to here. But what it should have been is going from 024. Is there 024? And maybe there is none. I can't believe I'm spending my day like this. Why is there no 024? 024 is from. I'm looking at it all. Wow. 024 would be from 0 to something else up, so that's like 3 maybe, 023. Okay, let's start again, right? So 43, so then it goes left first, right? Goes to 42, yep. And that was LU. LU goes to 323, and then 323, 223, 123, 023, and then 023 cannot go out bounds. No, that's right. Okay. So then it looks at here and should encode 024. Is it not? or just not fast enough. That doesn't make sense though, because the D should be. Oh, maybe I just don't print it because it goes to here. So it goes to 024, 024, queues up. Queues up all the previous ones. Right? I hate everything about myself right now. This is just dumb. I still don't understand it though. I mean, it should still work. Is what 024, okay. So then now it tries to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. If it's seen, if it's not seen, then we do it. But this should be when it's seen. So it's this is greater than this plus this. I don't get it. Why wouldn't it? No, the D doesn't make sense here, does it? No, it's stop, right? The D is stop. Okay, so this is comparing the LU to UL, and this should be bigger, right? Why? Plus D string of index. Is the distance wrong? Did I mess that up? Because this should definitely trigger. No, it's 5, 5, so it's the same. Does this happen again? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because this should trigger, and then that should give me the right answer. Right? Yeah. So 0, 2, 1. Oh. It's because of this 0 witness. So then, because this is after this processed. This is what happens when you plus zeros on your dice drill things. Okay. Because this push it on the stack after this. That's why. Maybe I just. I was hoping that I didn't need to do this. I did think this was a possibility, but I was because of the 0 witness. I was hoping I didn't have to do it because the other way to write this is just to it took me an hour to figure this out. I guess it's like a good learning lesson to kind of just like what do we call it? To refresh a little bit of like all the stuff you remember about dice drill and greedy and stuff. Greedy problems are hard, right? And I kind of just forgot about it. Yeah, what do I want to do? What was it? I'm just still being lazy. It's already an hour in. What do I want to do? This form's a mess. I mean, the hardest thing to do in problem solving, if you ask me, is to reset it. You know, reset yourself mentally and just be willing to throw away everything. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm right now. I'm just thinking like, can I salvage this? Do I just rewrite everything? And maybe I just rewrite everything. I know how to solve it. I was just hoping to kind of. This is one of those stereotypical shortcuts that somehow end up being like really long because I just wrote from scratch. I'd probably be done in like 10 minutes. But I just spent so much time debugging instead. How do I want to write it? I mean, it's still going to be Dijkstra, but I think instead of doing this one step at a time thing, one space at a time, which we could not figure out. Because it updates it without enqueuing it, so it would never get the answer anyway. Because it updates the thing, but then it doesn't dequeue. Yeah, that makes sense. So there really is just that we have to reconstruct the graph. I think honestly I also got fooled because I think if we didn't do these 3 problems 3 weeks in a row, I would not have been tempted to do this. I would have just done it, you know, brand new. The short answer is to solve this, you just have to do just calculate the distance to the next thing and then do it that way. I'm trying to make in my head right now, trying to make sure that I don't do duplicate work, and I don't mean work like, you know, our work, but just complexity wise, because the idea is that okay, well, what we want to do is that for here, for example, if you kick the ball, you go up. You instead of doing one step at a time like we've been doing, we wanted to just kind of quote unquote teleport to the wall, right? But you want to make sure that you want to do it in a way such that you don't. If you do a loop, you don't do it every time, right? And what I mean by that is that if the ball was one step up for whatever reason, you don't want to recalculate all of that. So you have to kind of do it all in one swoop, using some sort of DP, but that's kind of complicated. I mean, it's not too complicated to do. It's just complicated and annoying. So I'm trying to think, what is the cool way of doing that? And maybe there's some way of solving this as well, but maybe just maybe not. Right, because of this zero-ness of how I construct it. Can I do this without the 0 steps, right? Let me see. Maybe I could do this without the 0 step things. Because I kind of did the 0 step as a lazy thing to hack for the other one, with a 0-1 variation, but maybe I don't have to. Maybe this is just like neatness complication. Because then now, so what does that mean, right? That means that we go and then here we go from here to stop, but instead of going back to stop, we just go the 4 directions, right? So then if we do the 4 directions, then this would never happen, except for at the very beginning. Right. I think that would work. Maybe I just kind of overcomplicated things a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, well, I would copy the for loop too. I guess we don't have to, but this code looks really not nice. And then so this will only kick off at the first cell, which maybe should be okay still. Oh yeah, this will no longer be true. This will just be D. Maybe that's good enough. Let's see. I mean, this was very low investment, so that should be good. Well, that's probably not right. Though that's also just confusing, so maybe I just did the indexing wrong. Okay, so we go out bounds, so then you go to here. Now this is a little bit off, but that's okay. Okay, so basically this is saying that the next cell is out of bounds. So then now we want to try kicking it up, down, left, right from here, right? So that's what this is doing. And but here we have to do this stuff again, I think. So that's why. And then now it is going to be nx and y. And I didn't, yeah, I mean, this is pretty bad anyway. This should be +1 as we said. And then now this is, well, this is clearly not the way to go. All right. How does it tells me the space? Oh, there it is. My code is just a monster right now. Okay, that doesn't need to exist. X, Y, D should exist, right? So what is going on? Did I change D by accident? Or X or Y? No, what? Alright, this probably doesn't make sense for me right now. Though this is wrong anyway, so maybe that's why. Because I didn't push the right things. Alright, memory limit exceeded. Is it right though? I'm trying to think whether this could be right, but like, is it? I don't know if it's just I'm actually using too much memory, or just there's an infinite loop that is causing it to go out of memory. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, because those are two different things in terms of how I want to debug it. I'm gonna try real quick. Oh yeah, because for example here, as you can see, I think this is the distance. Maybe not. What am I printing? Well, it's just that we don't check out bounds, I guess. And when we don't check out bounds, it's gonna be yeah. How did I not check out bounds? Why doesn't this check out bounds? Okay, well. Okay. So we curbed all the randomness, but it's at least it's not crazy anymore. but this is obviously still not working. I mean, I copy and paste a lot of this stuff, right? So like, I'm not super happy about it. But so maybe there's just more typos because there's so many typos possible due to the copy and pasteness. So yeah, I hate everything about this. Not gonna lie. Is this also impossible? Did I just return impossible for everything? That's good, I guess, at least. Right? At least that means something. Let's see. As you can see, I've been giving up on YOLOing on this. But okay, so it goes So it doesn't turn. That's what this seems to tell me. And because if it doesn't turn, that means that this is wrong. Okay, so you try to. Okay, so this should be right, maybe. Is this not a... this is sad. So it doesn't go here at all, which is probably why we're going impossible, right? Oh, because index. Right. Because D, by definition, is going out of bounds, so that would never trigger. Oh yeah, alright. I mean, it's not quite the answer, but I don't know. It's better than nothing. Actually, I don't know why there's an extra D. But that we can figure out, maybe. Why is there an extra D? That is really... Well, having the extra D... Oh... Because it just goes down, but then... That's funny. Actually, I could see why it thinks that the D is. Because the way that we construct it, we just kick it down. So this part, I have to take out this part anyway, I probably should. But what it's doing is that it tries to kick down, and it hits raw immediately, so moving no space, but kicking down, and then actually kicking it. In theory, maybe that could have been, I don't know. Like, just because you can kick it and it doesn't roll, stop, But I guess that's, too confusing, maybe. Okay. That's easy though, because basically this is the starting point, because stop is just starting now. That means that we don't go unless it is in bounds. Right? So then now, yeah. So then here, instead of doing all this, we... The problem is that I've done so much copy and paste that this is just all a mess. I think this should be done. I think, ironically, I can just paste it back, maybe? And that should be good, ironically. Yeah, though this is no longer needed, just because it will never be a tiebreaker off the first cell. Look, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've been here for forever. So I am going to YOLO submit, but I have no confidence that this would work because of, well, just everything, right? Like, I can't even get rid of the print statements enough. But, if by some miracle it works, then I get to go, oh no! Oh, this is where the extra D comes in again, maybe. I was just hoping to, like, be able to, where? What am I missing? So if it tries to do, it goes out bounds. Okay. This will always be the starting thing anyway, so that's fine. Maybe. What is this? 0, 4, left and then down. Probably makes sense instead of 0, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, left. Do I not check for distance? Is that why? Oh, this is this +1 because of this +1. So maybe there's some like weird type working thing that I missed. But as you can see, there's still a lot of silly mistakes like that that I could just find. So I would not be surprised if, you know, that is just the way it is. Still no Gucci though. Right. I kind of want to draw this out. All right, let's just ask you on this. This is the day I hate myself. Instead of just doing it the normal way, I'm trying to hack this way to work, and it's taking me like 2 hours. I have to do my Duolingo, otherwise my streak gets ended. So I don't know. Alright, 0, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it goes down, left, up. But I mean, that's true, but the distance should not have worked. I mean, it gets us there, which is kind of cool, and it is maybe lexicographically smaller, but it should not work because it's just the distance should be too far. So I'm just not tracking distance correctly somewhere, I guess. Distance, so it should be. We should be here, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, right? So then now we're printing the distance, right? But it thinks that this distance is not correct. Oh, do I not? Oh, there it is. There it is. See, another typo. I knew it. All right. I mean, that's not so bad because I kind of, you know. I don't know anymore. So, all right, YOLO submit. All right, friends. I am not going to go. I mean, there's 2 hours of videos on this one almost. Not really, but still very long. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, I have a previous video. That one probably makes more sense because I don't know. What did I do last time? I don't know what I did last time, but watch that video instead. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is a mess, but if you wanted to see someone debugging for 2 hours, this is probably a good video to watch. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Let me show you my final code real quick, just because you've been here for so long. You deserve to look at the junk. I do not recommend this code, by the way. I don't even use this. I think I just... Though you can use this to reconstruct now that I think I have everything down, but I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.